there's no more alcohol. We're out of cigarettes too. We still have to survive here for 2 more days.
Hey, I'd like to talk about something more serious, about the kids. A conclusion. But let's go back to the beginning. I just got a really nice email inviting me on a trip to Spain. A trip to Spain to ride Harley-Davidson motorcycles, to spend a week riding around the Alicante area. And the coolest thing about all of this is that the invitation is for 2 people, and the second person who will be joining me on this trip is my dad. I decided to give him probably the coolest gift you can give to a motorcyclist at the start of the season, or actually at the end of winter, to take him on a motorcycle trip to a warm country, somewhere warm, sunny, with amazing food, fantastic roads, and of course great motorcycles.
Wherever we go, what matters to us is creating a space where great people can come along. And that's the most important thing. Because whether we choose the Bischardi Mountains, Scotland, Georgia, Norway, or America, does it really matter? It's about who you travel with. And somehow we consistently manage to attract truly exceptional people who are simply great. They are mature, genuinely open-minded and deeply passionate about riding motorcycles, which is truly wonderful. Not necessarily just passionate about riding Harleys, although most of them do ride Harleys, but passionate about riding motorcycles. That we're sitting together in the evening in the Bischardi Mountains, somewhere in a bar, just like last year, and you look at a group of 20, almost 30 people who are all completely different. Each one of them, they all have completely different interests, professions, and occupations. But what connects them is a shared passion for riding motorcycles. And they just talk about this and other topics and feel great together. And that's what people remember afterwards.
Hello, hi. What's up from the podcast? I hope you can hear me well, because I'm actually riding a motorcycle right now and there might be some interference. However, this is the best time to talk into the microphone. I'm currently in Spain, near Alicante, and I came here with a company, Motorcycle Checks Rent and Travel. We're riding around the Alicante area, having a blast on Harley-Davidsons. And with me is my father, Wojtek, who he has nothing to do with Harleys on a daily basis. He rides a Del Vistro 1000 motorcycle, so I'm a bit worried that everything goes smoothly, that nothing happens. These are our first kilometers. I hope that in a moment he'll get used to it and everything will be okay. Fortunately, the group is such that there's no pressure about speed here. It's good fun, and I suspect that what Kuba just said is true. The point is that the group is simply the most important thing on any trip. No matter where you are, whether you're riding through Poland, Spain, America, or Asia. Of course, I owe you all a little explanation. Right now I'm riding alone because we've split up. Kuba led us to a spot from which we can ride down. Everyone will go at their own pace so that we can have fun, not block anyone and not get in anyone's way on the road. The road is practically empty, so we can ride around freely. And I set off to air out the motorcycle a bit and to stretch my bones. And here I can't help but mention the most important thing. Kuba already talked about this group, about how important it is. It's been a long time since I rode with a group where there's absolutely no pressure. There's no pressure to go fast, no pressure to overtake. It's great fun, smiling faces, riding motorcycles, and we're covering more and more kilometers. And that's obviously very important because, let's be honest, my dad and I arrived for this trip 2 days after the rest of the group. And while I have no problem getting on a new motorcycle and quickly adapting to new conditions, my dad very rarely changes bikes. So every change takes some time. Some time to get used to it, to feel confident on that particular machine. And if we had a group that was chasing us, my dad probably wouldn't feel comfortable, and it could lead to some unpleasant situations, or we would simply leave the group and ride on our own. And here there was no need for that. Everyone is having a good time without the need for high speed, although the video you're watching kind of contradicts what I'm saying because I'm riding pretty fast, but like I said, it was all good here. Freedom to ride out, everyone goes at their own pace. We have about 5 to 10 kilometers to cover to the restaurant at the bottom. That's where we all meet up, have lunch, and then continue on.
All right, that worked out well.
And tell me, what do you see now?
Everybody.
There's just one bike with the gear next to it.
You're absolutely right.
That is precisely how it typically happens, you see. It's a common occurrence.
Sometimes it happens that we start as a group but finish separately. So from our side, we're flexible because we know, just like us, sometimes I'm a motorcyclist and sometimes I feel like pushing the bike a bit and riding through those curves, and other times I just want to relax, go for a short ride, and sometimes I just want to lie down. And people are like that. So if it's possible, and most of the time it is, we just split up and everyone goes their own way, wherever they want, and that's an option too. So if someone needs to get tired, they can get tired, definitely. You know how it is, you know? And if someone needs to rest, absolutely. Most of the time, most groups, sooner or later, end up spending the 4th or 5th day on the beach. Because when you go away in February, in March, in October, November, or even December, when it's cold in Poland, here you have this 17 to 18 degrees in the shade. In the sun, it's over 20 degrees during those months. So you can really recharge your batteries. And that sun is needed, which is why most groups end up spending a day on the beach, or at least one day on the beach, because they need that sun, and that's what you get here. That's why, really, Spain, it's just a 3.5-hour flight. You can get on a plane in the morning and by afternoon be here, hop on a motorcycle and already do 50 kilometers, all on the same day. Above all, the idea here, our mission, really is to show people, while riding a motorcycle, riding a Harley, what this is all about. At the same time, it's also about the Spanish culture, the culture of the Costa Blanca region, and the nature here. Because there are so many places to see, so many great restaurants serving fantastic food. We believe you simply can't miss out on experiencing this. Because the final impression comes from the combination of all these elements. And really, that's the complete picture. And sometimes it's just 30 kilometers, because sometimes you're in the mood where you don't want to drive any further, you just want to experience the sea breeze, take in the views, and those dishes. And sometimes it's 200, because sometimes it's nice to get tired. Because these curves here, the main routes you have, it's just worth it sometimes to get on and really tire yourself out with the ride. Well, I truly think that you should definitely ride I feel it. You feel it? I feel it. It's going well. It's going really well. And the truth is, those 200 kilometers here are like driving about 400 in Poland, right? Because you have curves non-stop. It's awesome. You can really improve your riding technique here, that's one thing. And two, you get to enjoy riding in a way that's rare anywhere else in the world. I've ridden in different places and there are some great spots, there really are. But here, it's that combination. The combination of weather, temperature, sunshine, natural elements, culinary experiences, and the company you find here. There's also another aspect, which is sometimes when you're in a group, there's a range of riding experience levels. And sometimes you have to adjust to that level, specifically to that experience. Jakub Izbicki. I run the company Jack's Motorcycle together with my business partner Jack Szczepański.